Hi, today we're going to be talking about product video marketing, and in particular we're going to examine 3 strategies that you can employ whether you are a B2B or a B2C product marketer. My name's Michael. I've worked across my fair share of video projects, and some of them have received a large number of views across different online campaigns and television campaigns as well. Really passionate about startups, everything storytelling, and very experienced in video for SaaS and e-commerce in particular. Today we're going to be covering the attributes of a good product video strategy. We're also going to be looking at the strategy of customer acquisition with a case study from a SaaS company called Cascade. We're also going to be talking about using video for engagement, so a different strategy there, and in particular examples from DigitalOcean and Square. And finally, we're going to look at the goal of retention and how that's used by Spotify. First of all, as a foundation and to set up our framing, it's important to really know what keeps audiences engaged. And I'm going to start by referencing a particular study from Google that had some really interesting results. So they asked 12,000 YouTube viewers, and these were consumer and business accounts, what keeps you engaged with a particular piece of content? And they rank ordered in order of importance these responses. And the first one was really interesting. The response and what was most important was that a video teaches me something new. And there's other interesting responses here, which I'm going to dive into, where it's, the video makes me laugh. It's inspiring, so talking about tone there. It keeps me in the know, so that theme of education coming up twice in the top 6 or 7. And then has high production quality, really not as important as that educative aspect, which is quite interesting. So the learnings there, and these are learnings that we see across the videos that we engage with our customer base, is you really don't want to sell when it comes to product video marketing. You want to actually educate first. And you want to engage audiences really by providing them that feeling of being leveled up in knowledge. Whether it is an acquisition strategy, whether it is engagement or retention, that feeling of being leveled up is the benchmark every single time. The second insight there, which is interesting, and you see the laughing point and the inspiring point, is to really seek a differentiated tone of voice. And if in doubt, you want to ensure that that video is either witty and comedic, if that suits your brand, or it is inspiring. The flat tone, the safe route, we don't often see it rewarded when it comes to customer acquisition. You can get away with it a bit more when it comes to a retention strategy, but bearing that in mind as well, the tone is important. Production quality, it is important, but as you can see, really not as important as perhaps it once was. And, the traditional kind of TV era markers of quality, really not coming through here. If you kind of see those as, having high production quality, is on perhaps a network or platform I like, has famous actors, you really don't need to have those aspects anymore if you actually want to be making compelling product videos or campaigns for your brand. Another thing to consider when engaging in a good product video strategy is to actually choose strategy first. So it can be really, really hard to maybe not start with style, not see something on YouTube and say, that's something that I really feel my company should pursue. Inspiration is great and it comes in many forms, but to do this right, we're going to go through an actual cadence and explain how that actually makes sense. So beginning with strategy first is important. Then you examine where that strategy's best distribution lies, and then style, the visual aspect, is something we'll get to.